We test a lot of the positions that we had a lot of drills before for the previous week. We are going now finish the 4-week going to a fight. Today was more testing ground about the position we drill. So you can see he's pretty familiar with the positions right now. So it was just more a flow, down week, revealing the things we worked for this fight. Next week we should be pushing a little bit harder, but everything's already in there. He's not guessing. There's no second guessing where he's at. So he understands the game plan, what we want for him on the ground.
5 on the medicine ball slam, and then 30 seconds on the high plank. Got 3 rounds here. 30 seconds, 5, and then 30 seconds. Got about a minute rest after that high plank. All right, round 1, ready? And go. Time. High plank, push-up position, and go.
Yeah, I think obviously Justin being at the level he's at, you know, the stakes are higher, but you know, you would never sense that being around him, being around the team. You know, the team is super relaxed, and I think they understand the stakes, but they also understand that this is something that we all love, and so to be around that kind of, you know, makes it a little bit easier and just makes you enjoy it, really, honestly. So it's exciting to be at that level, but to also understand that this is fun at the end of the day. Obviously, being at the White House is huge for him, and so I think being a part of the team, it's ultimately about just doing what we can to get him there and to, you know, to accomplish this goal of his, you know, to become a UFC champ and fight in front of his country. So.
All right, 2, 1, and go. Let's get it. Come on. Good. Let's go. Come on, Justin. Stay on that. Time. Pop. You're up there. Let's go. Come on. Pull. 1, and let's get it. Come on. Sprint, X. Let's go. Sprint, X. Let's go. Save nothing. Let's go. All out. Come on. 3 seconds. Time.
Justin Gaethje trains like he means business, with all the excitement building up over his epic battle with Ilia Topuria continuing to skyrocket. Nothing but training videos, wild claims, and heated discussions have been dominating the MMA scene as everyone tries to find out who actually has the upper hand before their big fight at the upcoming White House event. With Gaethje honing his reputation for violent fighting and Topuria coming into the bout with immense momentum, things are heating up quickly because once these guys face off, one will be pushed.
In your eyes, how do you see yourself winning this fight?
I have to put him to sleep. One of us is going to get knocked out, I promise you that. Missiles will be thrown on the White House lawn on June.
As per Ben Sherrington, who trains Gaethje in wrestling, the camp has been highly focused on grinding the clinches and tough grappling scenarios that might become necessary during his upcoming fight against Topuria. The camp has been analyzing clips from Topuria's past fights and working extensively on particular positions, especially with top-tier grapplers training alongside Gaethje, who will help him improve his defensive wrestling as well as skills inside the cage. It is worth noting that Sherrington has said that Gaethje has been growing in confidence and
10 minutes, non-stop movement.
Great day. I mean, the room was packed, so a little bit challenging there, but kind of geared the practice obviously towards the guys that have fights coming up. You know, specifically Justin here. You know, did a lot of wall wrestling today. You know, just focusing on potential situations that we could end up in, things that we've seen from some previous fights that Ilia's been in, and you know, just trying to adjust those positions. And I did want to focus on some of those grappling positions since George is in town. You know, we just need to hammer that. I mean, that's a spot that Justin's getting better and better in, and more comfortable. So the more time we can spend on it, the better.
Asterisk, however, what is closely monitored is not just the training sessions alone. It is also the case with the conditioning and weight of Gaethje, which are constantly under close scrutiny, especially as training gets more intense. In an interview, the athlete's personal chef revealed that each change in Justin's diet is based on his performance throughout the week, thus ensuring that he stays within the optimal range without exhausting himself. This is meant to ensure that Gaethje maintains his power, health, and stamina without having to endure.
Yeah, it really depends on his weight. So right now we're trying to get him to eat more, so putting in more food. And so if he stays at a particular weight, then we keep the same. If he goes below, then we up it. If he goes above, then we start pulling some things. So it literally depends on day-to-day, week per week. So around this time when we're a month out, he needs to kind of be at 175. He should not go above that, and it's really not good if he goes below that. So that's where we try and keep him. So that's the weight I try and gauge at as to what to feed him.
Master is following a careful observation of Gaethje's conditioning and nutrition throughout camp. His physical load is also being controlled very carefully by the coaching staff. According to the head coach of the team, Trevor Whitman, at this stage of training, the team is taking an easier recovery week prior to the toughest period leading up to Ilia Topuria. What we see here is an emphasis on helping Justin's body recover from serious damage caused by tough fights in addition to improving his grappling skills through training alongside top-notch athletes in camp. The improvement in Gaethje's wrestling skills was highly appreciated by Whitman.
To do the switch, right? So we're gonna do this. Go with this hand to let go of the biceps, and you go inside his leg, this foot. Pull it in. Boom. And catch this knee.
So today is Wednesday. We're 4 weeks out, 3.5 weeks out from the fight. This is our down week before we really push hard on the third and the second week. And the reason for the down weeks is to take a little bit of shock off. So a lot less of power shots on mitts and bags, just to let his body recover before we go really hard. So we got George back out here, and man, we have a ton of grappling we're doing this week. So it's just been so fun, and just seeing the flow in Justin's grappling is just great. Like his consistency in his grappling has just stepped it up, and man, it's fun to watch all this stuff. But yeah, these down weeks are so important. And next week, Justin ain't gonna like me. Week after that, he ain't gonna like me, but he's gonna like me a lot because he's gonna be in shape for the fight. But yeah, we're about to push really hard, but it's just great to see all this grappling going.
As the coaches polish all areas of Gaethje's fighting abilities for Topuria, Gaethje himself took a moment to think about the path he has followed to get to where he is today. Justin explained that he does not look back often, as he is always looking ahead toward the future, since he believes he is up against the biggest fight of his life at the moment. However, reflecting on the time his dad took him from Arizona to Colorado with nothing in his pockets gave him a reality check of sorts. Gaethje recognized that he has made sacrifices, had made mistakes, and worked hard over many years.
I mean, I don't really get to look back and appreciate the path that I've been on and how far I've come very often, because I'm so focused on the task at hand, which is the biggest fight of my life, and every single time I have a next fight, so I can't really look back where I came from. But yeah, I mean, if I do sit there and 2007, my dad drove me from Arizona, 14 hours to Greeley, Colorado, dropped me off, and I knew absolutely nobody. And so yeah, to think of myself then and to see where I've come, I mean, it's taken a lot of hard work, but I've just been so blessed with amazing coaches and amazing mentors, and luckily I haven't ever strayed too far from the path. I haven't been perfect the whole time. I definitely have made mistakes. I think like all of us will, but I think I always knew that something bigger and better was.
Gaethje further addressed the importance of this achievement at this point in his career, explaining that it was everything he ever hoped for when he was just a kid who wanted to be great through wrestling and fighting. As much as each athlete desires to accomplish some legendary thing for themselves, it was clear from Justin's perspective that the upcoming fight meant so much more than fame. This fight was also a symbol of sacrifice that came from his family, his coaches, and even his teammates who believed in him long before his name could be associated with the UFC. After all those wrestling matches and lessons learned from defeat, Gaethje considers it worth everyone.
You know, to have an opportunity like this to do something so legendary, it's special. You know, it's definitely everything that 18-year-old kid would have asked for, you know, when it comes to opportunities to do something great. You know, obviously it's a little bit narcissistic to like want to like do and be something great for yourself, but I do understand, you know, what it does for my family and my coaches and all my friends and all the people that I've wrestled in. You know, I wrestled thousands of matches when I was a kid in college, and so, you know, a lot of those people may have remembered wrestling me, and so for them to see and, you know, for so many people to see me come this far, it feels great.
Moreover, Gaethje himself said that even though he has competed at the highest levels in MMA, this upcoming bout against Topuria means something different. For Gaethje, this fight is meaningful since Ilia is a flawless fighter who holds the pound-for-pound position in MMA and has defeated several fighters that Justin has himself been defeated by. However, for Gaethje, these are precisely the fights that he always desired to have throughout his career. Since Justin Gaethje has already competed against the best fighters such as Khabib Nurmagomedov and Charles Oliveira. For him, fighting against Topuria will be an excellent opportunity.
You have been in big fights all your life, and you fought on some of the biggest stages. But this event, it's unique. Does it feel different? Does it feel bigger than what you experienced before?
The opponent feels bigger. You know, obviously.
He's only 5'7".
Well, he feels smaller, but no, he's 17-0. He's beat two guys that I've lost to, and he is number 2 on the pound-for-pound list.
I think so.
It's yeah. I mean, all of my championship fights. Obviously, when you fight for the championship, you're gonna fight the best guys in the world. I got Khabib, I got Oliveira, and now I got Topuria. So, as a fighter, you know, I would ask for nothing more. You know, this opportunity to do something so great is everything I could ask for. Win or lose, I want.
Asterisk when asked about the outdoor setting and the possibility of extreme heat with no air conditioning. Gaethje said his preparation has been adjusted to suit those conditions. He explained that he's been adding regular sauna sessions into his training, sometimes even splitting workouts, so he can return and continue training after heat exposure to build tolerance. Still, he stressed there's no sense of panic in his approach, pointing out that both fighters will.
Considering that this event is going to be outside and it may be hot, there's not going to be AC. Do you change anything in your preparation for this fight compared with other fights?
Yeah, I mean, yes. So, like halfway between my workouts, they make me go in the sauna for 20 minutes, and I come back out and do the rest of my workout, or after every workout, I go straight into the sauna. But ultimately, I know that whatever I face, he faces. So I hope it's crazy. I hope there's crazy bugs, crazy humidity, crazy weather, lightning, thunder, and then we get to fight.